In this video, we'll be making an animated snowman in Blender 2.8 for MonoGame framework. Open Blender and create a new project. Click the box and press delete. First, make the base of the snowman. Go to Add, Mesh, UV Sphere. Now add the middle section of the snowman by adding another sphere. Use the pane in the bottom left corner to change the radius to 0.75. The pane may be collapsed. If it is, just click it to expand it. But make sure you change the radius before interacting with anything else that can make your mesh lose focus, because if it does, then the pane will be lost. Click the move icon on the left and drag the blue axis arrow up to position the middle section. Then repeat this for the head. Add Mesh UV Sphere. Set the radius to 0.6 and drag it up to position for the head. Now add the nose by going to Add Mesh Cone and change the radius from 1 to 0.1. Change the depth to 0.75. Drag it up to the center of the cone is in the center of the head. Press 3 on the numpad to change to the side view. And with the cone selected, type R, then -90 to rotate it 90 degrees, and drag it to the front using the green arrow. Next is the eyes. Go to Add, Mesh, Cylinder, and set the radius and depth both to 0.1. Press R, 90, enter to rotate, and position it for an eye. With the eye highlighted, press Shift D to duplicate. Press X to restrict it to the X-axis and position it for the other eye. Now save your progress. File, Save As, and name it Snowman Example. Now to add textures to the snowman. Go to the Shading tab and select the bottom sphere Mesh. In the Material Property tab on the right, click New. Then click Add Texture Image Texture. And place your pane to the left of the green pane. Click Open and add your image file. For MonoGame, it should be a square image with a width and height that is a power of 2. For example, 16 by 16 pixels or 256 by 256 pixels. Once you added your file, drag the yellow dot next to color to the yellow dot on the green pane next to base color. Repeat the same process for each of your meshes. If you don't like how the image wraps around your model, you can use UV editing to change it. Once you're done, save your progress again, File, Save As, and name it Snowman Textured. It's time to rig our model so that we can animate. Go to the Layout tab, click Add Armature, and make it visible by going to the Object Data Properties tab in the right pane. Click In Front under Viewport Display section, and the root bone should now be visible. Position it in the center of the base of the snowman. Switch to Edit mode with the armature selected and select the ball at the tip of the bone. Press E to extrude and Z to restrict it to the Z axis. Then size it for the middle section and click the mouse to confirm. Select the whole second bone and press Alt-P and choose Disconnect Bone. This will let you move the bone away from the parent while keeping it paired to it. Move the second bone up to the center of the middle section and then do this again for the head. Now we need to pair the meshes to the bones. However, Aether.Extras currently does not handle multiple meshes following a single bone well. So since the head moves together but is made up of multiple meshes, we have to join the meshes first. Return to Object Mode and hold Shift and click on the eye of the head and the actual head. Then press Ctrl J to join them together. Repeat this for all the meshes that make up the head. Now, highlight each part of the body by holding Shift, then add the armature to your selection last. Press Ctrl P and select the armature deform with empty groups. We choose empty groups because we want to manually assign mesh groups to follow only one bone in this example. Now select just the base of the snowman, go back to Edit mode. Under Object Data Properties on the right pane, the bones are now listed. Select the root bone named Bone. With all the vertices of the bottom sphere selected, put the weight as 1 and click Assign. Return to Object Mode and repeat this with each section. The middle sphere will be assigned to bone.001, and the head will be set to bone.002. If any of your vertices are missing, you can press A to highlight all the vertices in the mesh you selected. Now, to verify the rig is working properly, return to Object Mode, select the armature, and go to Pose Mode. Now select one bone at a time and test each. Press R to rotate it, and the meshes will move with the bones, and any child bones will move with their parent. So for example, the root bone will move the whole snowman, and the head bone will only move the head. If you joined any of meshes into a group, changing their textures now will be more difficult. So I recommend creating a new save file. File, Save As, Snowman Rigged. Go to Pose Mode again and drag up the animation pane. Press A to select all the bones and I. Then click Lock Rot Scale to save the location, rotation, and scale to the current frame 1, and set the duration by changing end if you would like. I'll keep 250. Change your current frame to the last frame by matching it to the value of end. Oops. Now press I again and click Lock Rot Scale. Setting the first and last frames is so that the animation will loop smoothly. I will be doing a simple jump animation. For this, change your current frame to 125 and position your bones to create the middle pose you want. Press A to select all your bones again, and then I and Lock Rot Scale again. You can click play to see your animation in action. If you're satisfied with the results, set your current frame back to 1 and then save your animation. Snowman animated. And lastly, export your animated model. Go back to Object Mode and select all your meshes and armatures and go to File, Export, FBX, and check the selected objects to avoid exporting the lamp, camera, and anything else that may be in your scene. Name it Snowman Animated.fbx and click Export.